Race number 5 at Belmont Park. It's over the 1,000 metres and I'm really looking forward to this. There's some class in this one. Patrimonio, your old sucker horse, is back and hopefully it gets the runs that we know it deserves. Puck Shape Shifter's been racing well. Putri Jewel, we know that Tucky's Lad for Justine Erklands, everything she's training at the moment's winning as well. So I give plenty of these a good opportunity to win this race.
You don't go broke backing each way chances and running a place at them. Thanks, Patrimonio. Also, 3 Puck Shape Shifter comes to this instead of a Saturday race. Looks a lot easier. But our replay horse we'll have a look at is last start winner, winning a maiden, number 8, Theorize.
Excellent, Jerry, just in front, but Dutch Spy moved up strongly on the outside. Theorize is about to get the inside run as the cutaway comes. So Theorize is coming after Excellent Jerry, and Dutch Spy still there on the outside. Theorize, Excellent Jerry and Dutch Spy, then Clandestine Keeper, Stormy Planet and Confirmation coming through. Theorize just in front. It's Theorize holding them at bay. Lightning Fashion flows in the centre. Dutch Spy, but Theorize has just won.
It was a fair performance here by Theorize. I think your question marks are really out. I remember we spoke after the race. The big question that we had, what galloper from that race was going to win another race? And I don't think we really came up with anything. Now, Theorize, filly by Snitzel, should only get better, but I didn't think the victory was that impressive. I thought really, if it was a classy animal, it should have kicked away and beaten that field by a little bit more. So I had the big question marks out on her and I'll be leaning towards some others.
I just was about to make that exact point. Had the dream running the race behind the leader, Adam, got the cutaway and only grinded fairly to the line. You'd like to see with horses like that sort of a run, just finish off and put the field away. Look, she didn't on that occasion. Look, there may well be improvement to come, and she gets the same barrier of barrier number 1. Could well do the same thing and improve a length or two. We've also got in the race number 1, Patrimonio. As you mentioned, Adam, I love this horse last prep. He always ran in the money and gave back as a really good sight. Look, couldn't put away that race against Brazanto at its most recent start before the break, but we know what she's gone on to do.
I backed it that day, had it on top and it should have won. It came across so many problems and that's probably been the thing of this galloper so far. Maybe with that spell, the maturity as well, it will now find that relaxed racing pattern, settle down a little bit more and stay out of trouble. The cutaway is going to be a big advantage for this galloper, just getting back into it. Fitness, 1,000 metres, it shouldn't be an issue here. There's enough speed as well. And I think Patrimonio, again, will be a Saturday class horse. So there's no doubt this horse can win this race.
Number 5, Putri Jewel, returning from Saturday class. Look, copped a bump in that race and sort of didn't seem to handle it. She didn't want to tough it out, but look, back down in class, barrier 4, Peter Nucky stays on. They give her a much better chance here.
Forgive run that one. I put a big line through it as well. You go through the previous form lines, beaten 2.5 lengths by Scars of Justice over 1,100, only just beaten by Ragnar Saga as well. So I think the 57.5 from barrier 4 back down to the 1,000 metres. She can get to the front, control the race, and I'll be tipping her on top from 1 Patrimonio, 3 Puck Shape Shifter, and 4 Tucky's Lad.
I've got the one on top, Patrimonio, the fresh horse from 5, Putri Jewel, 8, Theorize, and 10, Lucky Legacy.
Race number 6 at Belmont Park. It's over the 1,200 metres and this is probably the strongest field we have of the day. There's plenty of Saturday class horses in this and found the form lines quite hard to separate a fair few. Plenty of winning chances and you're into the quaddie, you might be going a little bit wider.
It's a lovely race with a few horses that should be contesting Saturday races, not particularly winning them, but running well in Saturday races. Like number 4, Bourbon Dynasty, who was a really nice run at Pinjarra last start.
Looking for runs in the straight. They'd cornered at the 350. Illusion of Light races alongside of Mickey. Traded to grab it. See Me Sizzle lets down. All Too Much is still running on, and there's a gap for Grand Laredo coming home very well along the rail with 100 left to go. Hall has shot him along the fence. Grand Laredo. He's speared through to grab Illusion of Light. See Me Sizzle. Bourbon Dynasty in a terrific welcome back.
Yeah, she's a nice type, Bourbon Dynasty, but she is very good at being a bridesmaid as well. Taking a look at her career, 19 starts, 2 victories and 8 placings. The victories that she's got, she's only just won as well. She's always there and about, which I find really impressive. William Pike obviously happened to stay with Grant Williams, gallop here, Angelic Angel. So Lucy Warwick picks up the ride. From barrier 7, they should be able to relax through the early stages. She's a lovely turn of foot, this mare as well, so I think she can be winning this.
She just needs to get clear. She has absolutely no luck. Like last start, she got held up and got out late and ran on really, really nicely. And even, I always go back to this Pearl Classic run at Pinjarra on Magic Millions Day. Gee, that was a super run, and with any luck, she wins that at about the $15 mark.
If she can't get clear with a cutaway, she'll never win.
Exactly right. Hopefully she comes down the outside here. Number 12, Angelic Angel, as you mentioned. I really like the form line with this galloper, running only 1.3 lengths, being second behind Uptown Funk, who's since come out and won on a Saturday, quite impressively, might I add, in a $60,000 3-year-old race. That looks like the right form for me, Adam.
Prior to that run, I didn't have a lot of time for this filly. Obviously, she was going to get better by Discourse here. I was thinking maybe a 4-year-old mare will wait to see. But The runs before that were only fair, but as you said, you can't ignore this form line now. Uptown Funk certainly has showed that he is a galloper on the rise, and Justine Urquhart Stable's flying at the moment. Then you take a look at the run that this filly's going to get. Barrier 5 at 55 kilos. If she puts in a performance like she did last start, she'll be going very close here as well, and I think we'll continue to progress on.
W Pike in the saddle as well. We've also got another Saturday galloper, number 1, Bell's Tower. Drops in class here. Kate Fitzgerald takes off 3 kilos, and they should be leading again from barrier 3.
Going nicely. The big question mark here has to be the 1,200 metres. Had 4 attempts at the distance and only placed on 1 occasion. All of its victories have been over the 1,000, and it's had 1 over the 1,100 as well. So from barrier 3, should get a nice run. I don't see too many horses trying to take it on here as well with the speed, which is a big bonus. I think the other bonus as well is that Kate Fitzgerald is riding it. David Harrison has 2 gallopers in the race, so she's been given, I'd guess, the number 1 horse for the stable in this. But 1,200 for mine will be the big knock. I'm going to go with number 4, Bourbon Dynasty, which will appreciate the speed in the race. From 12, Angelic Angel, number 9, Westeros, and 10, Modern Touch.
Go with the form lines that have held up out of number 12, Angelic Angel for 1, Bell's Tower, 4, Bourbon Dynasty, and 10, Modern Touch.
Race number 7 at Belmont Park. It's over the 1,400 metres, a Class 1 handicap, and a big field and a pretty even one as well to finish off with.
Yeah, really good field. One in particular that I really like the look of. Number 7, Anna So. We'll have a look at its run last start, running second behind Allura May.
Straight 2 lengths assurance and penalty point on the outside. What did you do? And Anasaw's beginning to wind up down the middle. Hello Paris back inside of those at the 200 though, and Allura May still going great guns. Allura May clear of penalty point, and Anasaw. Hello Paris running on. Allura May less than 100 to go, still clear though. 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 100 to go.
It was another good performance there by Anaso. Now, I spoke to you in the box seat leading into this and I said consistency is the issue. I got to speak to trainer Damien Miller post-race about this run. He said the exact same. He said it's always been an up and down performance by this galloper. They don't ever quite know where it is, but they feel like they've just got him right now. I tell you what, Damien Miller needs to do something because he just can't draw a gate, and until he does, it's going to be very hard to win. So far, his campaign jumped from barrier 11 and barrier 8 as well, and he's drawn barrier 18 here with the emergency still in. Paul Harvey stays on board, which is a positive sign. The 1,400 metres, the form lines are good enough around Allura May as well. Just need some luck.
Yeah, even last start was 3 wide with cover, albeit, but didn't finish it off as it would have with probably in the running line. Would have finished off the race much better, and I had it on top on that occasion at about 10 to 1. But look, I think here Paul Harvey hopefully goes all the way back, and there looks to be plenty of speed with a 14 horse field. So hopefully the speed's on and this horse can finish off. We've also got in the race number 2, Georgian Ernie, who drops back in class significantly, ran 6.5 lengths behind. Great shot last start. Look, was awkward away on that occasion, and he held his ground. He didn't make up any ground, but he held his ground in a much tougher 3-year-old Saturday race. Yeah,
there was plenty of positives to take from this run. The first thing was that it was first up, and Georgian Ernie normally takes a little bit of time to stoke up into a campaign. And then the point that you mentioned at the start, this horse is dropping in massive grade. This is a galloper that's performed in the 3-year-old races at Ascot against the better types in the Group 2, Group 3 races as well. 59 kilos, maybe a small question mark there, but this Golden by Blackfriars should only get better. Barrier 2, expecting a nice run. May just need a run under the belt again. Second up now, is only placed on 1 occasion, but when you're taking a look at the form as a whole, this is the one that you're chasing. We've
also got number 8 in the race, Illuminise. This mare by Patronise has been running well. She seems to like it on the speed there, and from barrier 4 can do just that.
I thought it was a really good performance first up. Went into the race without a trial. Now, 1,200 metres normally too short for this galloper, so to only finish 2 lengths behind Uptown Funk. You just talked about those form lines in the previous being the winnable ones. We're now you're second up at the distance that it prefers, and it's got barrier 4 as well. I think this is a winning chance, and I've got it on top here. Number 8, Illuminise, from 7, Anasay, number 2, Georgian Ernie, and 4, Ruling Angel.
I've got the class dropper on top, Adam. Number 2, Georgian Ernie, from 16, Rory's Racer, hopefully gets a run. 8, Illuminise, and 7, Anaso.
Time now to take a look at the best bets for the card, and I'm going to be going with race 3, number 5, Entrechar, and then into the last, race 7, number 8, Illuminise.
A tough card, which means a bit of value, Adam. I've got race 1, number 10, Royal Missile, and race 4, number 8, Clobberetta.
As we say, you can always follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and of course with the rain around, it's always good to check Twitter just to make sure the conditions that we are going to be racing with. Make sure you do go to perthracing.com.au for all of the event information. A big weekend ahead here in Perth as well, so take a look at all of that. On behalf of both of us, hopefully we found you plenty of winners in box seat.